Grip.
Come on, Mac.
Ready, pull.
Come on, Mac. Come on, Mac.
Like the finger pull and the pole push, the stick pull tests the competitor's strength and endurance. Two players stand facing each other. On a signal, each attempts to pull a stick out of the other's hand. But the stick is greased before each match. This makes it much more difficult to grasp the stick. The stick used in the stick pull is made from spruce, pine, or birch. It is about 25 centimeters long. The diameter at the center is about 2.5 centimeters. The stick tapers off towards the ends, where the diameter is about 1 centimeter. To avoid injuries to the players, the stick's surface has to be smoothly polished. The center point of the stick is marked with a notch or line.
Because that one's not working. It shouldn't be going way out like that.
Okay, let me work that stick. What about the line?
Yeah. It's made out of birch.
Before each match, an assistant greases the stick with standard kitchen grease. The Crisco brand is often preferred.
Yep. The most important part is getting an even grease, so both sides have even grease. And then the judge has to look at it.
The judge checks the stick before the start of each match. To play the stick pull, the players stand upright, facing each other. They go into a staggered position, placing the foot on the pulling side in front. The outside of the foot touches the outside of the opponent's right foot. No other body contact of any kind is allowed.
Okay, palms out.
The pulling arm is kept straight, with the hand pointing towards the ground.
Back up into your teeth.
The judge has to make sure that the elbow is not bent. The left hand rests against the hip or the small of the back.
Okay, we're going to go right arm first. Feet, line your feet up this way. Yeah, black line. Other way, John. Other way. Side by side. Okay. Arm straight. Leave your palms out and you leave them out until I say grip, like line your hand out too, okay?
The assistant brings the stick to within grasping position of the competitor's pulling hands. The competitors do not move their hands. The assistant holds the stick parallel to the ground and touches it at the butt ends only.
The stick's going to say, when I just say grip, because your arms are straight, just grip it right there and don't move it, just start pulling. Okay, instead of bringing it down, then trying to pull. Okay? Okay?
Now the judge instructs the competitors to grasp the stick. The judge should give the start signal immediately after the competitors have grasped the stick.
Grip. Go there, Chris. Go. First warning. The line.
When the judge decides that the hand position is incorrect, the stick has to be re-greased and the match is restarted. No re-grips are allowed.
Warning. Over the line. VAT. Watch it off.
The competitors begin to pull on the judge's signal. They pull evenly and strongly. No sudden jerking or twisting movements are allowed. Throughout the match, the judge makes sure that competitors do not bend the elbow of the pulling arm. The elbow has to be kept straight at all times. The judge makes sure that competitors do not lean forward or sideways to increase the force of the pull. The body has to be kept straight and upright at all times. The pulling motion has to be straight backward at all times. The match ends in one of two ways. The competitor succeeds in pulling the stick out of the opponent's hand.
Grip. Ready, pull. You call it. Last guy.
Or the competitor succeeds in pulling the opponent's hand past his hip, even though the opponent still maintains his grip.
Pull! Oh, sorry, Dan. Oh, no. Sorry.
Chris.
Because of our new rule, brought back like this, Chris got that one. We're going to flip.
A best-of-3 format is used. A coin flip is used to determine pulling sides for the first round. For the second round, the competitors switch pulling sides.
Final match, the right arm. Palms open, back, Chris. Grip. Ready? Pull! Chris! Yes!
The instructor's checklist for the stick pull includes the following points. The competitors in the stick pull attempt to pull a grease stick out of the opponent's hand, or to pull the opponent's hand back past the hip. The equipment required for the stick pull consists of Crisco grease, tissue, and a smooth wooden stick. The stick is about 25 centimeters long. The diameter at the center is 2.5 centimeters, 1 centimeter at the ends. The stick is greased with Crisco before each match. To play the stick pull, the two opponents stand in a step position, facing each other. The outside of the feet on the pulling side touch. The upper body is kept straight, the pulling arm fully extended with the hand pointing down. They wait for the judge's instruction before they grip the stick. On the judge's start signal, the opponents pull steadily and strongly. No sudden jerking or twisting motion is allowed. The pulling arm must be kept straight throughout the match. The competitor who pulls the stick out of the opponent's hand, or who pulls the opponent's hand past the hip, wins the round. The stick is greased before each match. No regrip is allowed. The stick has to be re-greased before a match can be restarted. A best-of-3 format is used. The opponents switch pulling arms for the second round. If a third round is required to break a tie, a coin flip is used to decide pulling sides.